the cloud. So what's going on? Welcome to the orientation call. We're gonna start having these bad boys pretty often, just to kind of get you guys acclimated into the Trillionaire Elite Marketing Mastery school. And so, like I was saying, like this is why one of the reasons why I started to create this community because it's like, how can we duplicate greatness, right? And while we duplicate it, by duplicating it, we also can start working on it, but it doesn't hinder us from actually winning because we just leveraging systems and automations to do so. Does that make sense? And so, this call is basically get clarity, right? And also, like you said, it's we follow people we're like, man, they so good at it, they got a gift, and I don't know if I can follow that, right? But as you know, at Legacy Book Club, I was also having issues trying to find my identity in regards of digital marketing and how to tie the two, right? Because I'm doing network marketing. I also drive, for Uber. Well, I don't do for Uber Lyft, but I have my own rideshare company that I'm like the president of out here in Atlanta, but still rideshare gig riding, right? And on the last call we had with Legacy Builders, I was stumped. I didn't know like how to get my story, on TikTok like that. What am I talking about every day, right? And so one of the ladies asked me, she said, "So Jeff, what made you sign up to Legacy Builder?" Right? Like, what was it that made you join it? And that gave me the clarity because it really put perspective on what I'm talking about, right? And so let me ask you a question. What was it that made you say, I want to I'm joining Legacy Builder?
Well, I could tell you, I I got tired of working 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. I got tired of spending all of those hours and still coming up short.
Mm,
I got sick and tired having to be present for my family, but can't be there for my family because if I don't go to work, then I don't have the money that's needed. And it's not like I get a paycheck.
mm,
I'm a barber. I cut hair. If I'm not behind my chair, if I don't have someone in my chair cutting hair, I'm not making no money. So
mm,
I couldn't afford to get sick. I couldn't afford to miss work. Even if I took vacations, I'm missing money and potentially losing clients. I knew all of that. It's just that from the things that we were learning, got 45 seconds. You got to do it in 30 seconds. And that's a lot to say in 30 seconds. And not only that, I just think maybe the platform was wrong. As I started studying the different platforms, I'm thinking maybe I need to migrate onto YouTube and see what YouTube because YouTube's everlasting.
mm-hmm.
It's not you tell your story in 24 hours, you got to get back on and tell another one because your old one is gone.
Right.
So with the learning process, and it's a lot to learn. Um, I'm just taking it in and I'm working it. And like I said, I've known you for a while. I've known Daryl Hannah for a while. Um, and it does my heart good to know that I'm in the right place because I can still see success in this because of people I actually know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thankful for you. And like I said, I'm gonna grab that coattail, my brother.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh, and what we doing? Hey, Carly, how you doing? And what we gonna be doing this Sunday, bro? Whew.
Greetings.
Hey, welcome, greetings from Jamaica. Welcome, welcome,
Thank you.
Oh, Jamaica.
Jamaica, man. Right. So I appreciate you jumping on the orientation call, right? And so we're gonna go over exactly how to navigate through this community. And I call it the community key because now you're going to have the actual key to be successful here and actually the actual key to succeed. So when you hear me say community key, you know what that means, right? And that's the culture we're building here in Trillionaire Elite. And so to talk to your situation, Basil, 100%. That was my also thing. Like I said, I'm long-winded, so to speak, right? And so I'm going to right. And so what I did was I started to tell ChatGPT, which I'm going to teach you guys on Sunday, exactly how I was able to tell ChatGPT how I wanted the stories to come out. And it even gave it to me let me show you. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But because I understand TikTok and YouTube are two powerful platforms, right? That's for what we're looking to do, for what we offer, right? With the Legacy Builder. And our story is super powerful on there because Daryl Hannah built a big commission from TikTok. And I'm watching his stories, and it's not like I think the more we do it, the better we become, right? And the cool thing about TikTok is, as long as we're producing content, they're gonna push it. And so what that means, and they're gonna push it to an ideal person. So whether you have it 60 seconds or a minute and a half, right? If you're talking to barbers, they are going to passionately understand exactly what you're talking about because they're living that life right now, right? To even think about life beyond the chair or life after the chair, because as as a customer who goes to a barber, I don't expect my barber to retire, right? I'm kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't even think about the retiring for what, right? So because we
And see,
get okay.
that's where my focus was, not necessarily a barber,
Hmm.
but I turned 60 years old. I really can't practice the art of barbering no more. And I realized I'm really at that retirement age and I got nothing saved for retirement. So what
Mm,
does a person do that physically can't do what they used to do, but they still need to have income coming in? You know what I'm saying? And I know that this works because again, I see you, I see Daryl, I see James, I see people that I physically know
right.
that's succeeding in this. So I just know that too, that there's just to me, there's just something that's missing. There's a dot that's missing that's going to connect everything, and then everything is going to take off. So
And that's what I hope to share with you guys here. But I'm gonna go back to that. The fact of the barber, because it's what you know. So it's nothing, it's what you know, right? For how many years you been in the game?
20 plus years.
20 plus years. And so you get to forecast the retirement barber, right? You could be talking to barbers that's actually in your position. How many barbers retired for not off not because they just made a decision, but because of something took them out of actually physically being able to do that, right? So there's a thousand plus barbers or 100 plus barbers that is have your exact same story. Or there's going to be barbers that may have a similar story or know somebody that and they're like, I want to prepare for just in case that happens to me, I'm already good, right? Or they are tired of not being able to travel when they want to because they got clients and they're scared to lose clients to somebody else. What do I do in that event, right? To where my income replaces, me traveling or whatever, right? So the different avenues that you can come across on your TikTok and YouTube and email list is phenomenal. And that could be service based where people actually depend on you to take care of them in order for you to get paid, right? And so
Absolutely.
you take those things, right, and you put it in Chat GPT, and then you'll say, give me different scenarios of the ideal, who's my ideal person that fits this actual state. Because that's what I did. I told Chat GPT, I said, listen, the reason why the same thing you just told me right there, say the chat and then say, now, based on what I just told you, my story and why I started, what is the solution to be able to make money with this with what I just told you? And I'm gonna show you guys this, and then we're gonna go into the inside the classroom, right? But I want to share this with you.
Ironically, I'm just a little bit. I just started doing that. I actually took my whole story
Hmm.
that we just said. I typed it all out, just the whole thing, even though I gave
Mm,
you the short version,
yeah.
and I put that in Chat GPT because I'm just starting to get with Chat GPT. And I put that in, and I asked it my ideal customer, my ideal message, the ideal pain points, things of that nature. And I'm in the process of what they call it, the master prompt, I think is what they
Uh-huh.
called it.
Master prompting. Uh-huh.
Yep, I'm in the process of actually uh, working that out, if I can say it like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to talk about that. That's too salesy. Yeah, let's do it that way. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I knew I was in the right place, bro. I knew I
Man,
was in the right
yeah.
place.
Wait till Sunday. I'm gonna show you how to make a master prompt. Then I'm gonna show you. Uh-oh, I think we lost Carly, but she'll be back.
Are you
I'm gonna.
gonna record that
Yeah.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay.
You upgraded. You paid for the upgrade, so you're gonna get the recording and
Yes,
everything,
sir.
right?
Thank you.
So, but yeah, so it's gonna be recorded. It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be in the VIP section. We'll be able to do some actual prompting for your situation, so we can go ahead and get if you got questions, we can show you how to do this for yourselves and all kinds of cool stuff, right? But at the end of the day, the key thing is once I understood that process, the key thing is just getting into the doing. I don't really too much research the platforms because that gets us in that it get us smart people into analysis paralysis, right? And so what I start to do is say, I'm just gonna do it, and then as I do it, I'm gonna have my own education to educate others on. Does that make sense? And so because that would being too smart or being too detailed in how it works will hinder us for the doing part. Does that make sense? Like Nike, they don't say learn how to do it and then do it. They just say just do it. And when you just do it, you'll get a check. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at the Nike symbol as if you just do it, you get a check, right? So hey Carly, I wanted to kind of connect with everybody, 'cause- so as you're coming in, and I want to let you. So in the chat, if you can't speak, let me know what made you join the community and what marketing uh, issues you're having currently, right? That you would love to know more about and to be able to dominate that marketing situation. And why we do this is the orientation call that, I want to be able to help you navigate through the process, help you guys understand exactly what uh, you need to be effective in this group to allow you to actually dominate in the marketing space, right? Because, so let me start to share with you the group so you guys can see what it is that we're working on. As you guys see, I'm gonna show you guys some cool stuff that I've been working on in that one day math class. If you guys are watching this replay, so all right, so I'm gonna go ahead over to Trillionaire Elite. Okay, you guys are in. Shout out to everybody who's in. Let me go and type this in right quick. We are live. Jump on. And this community is new to me. It's my first time, actually, posting or creating a community. So shout out to Michelle for that, right? So we're live.
Yeah, you're doing great with that too.
I appreciate it, man. So I really want you guys to understand the mindset of me creating this community. So when you come to the community, right, it's to start here. So we go to start here, and I made some additions to this. So um, if you haven't done this, I need you guys to come back to this start here and actually answer these three questions for me. Okay. It's very important that you guys do that inside of here. Just go and answer the three questions right here. What that does, it allows you guys to raise up in the points. Okay. So every time you raise up, every time you comment or create a post, and somebody likes or comment under your post, you get points in the leaderboard. Okay. So the leaderboards I'm gonna start doing some special things for you guys, one-on-ones, gifts. I'm be doing so much cool stuff to help you guys rank up in the rank. So shout out to you, Beza, for knocking it out. You already coming here, connecting with the community. But everyone that's watching the replay, this is how we actually get the points, right? So you earn point when other members like your post or your or comments. You get one like that equals one post, right? This encourages users to produce quality content and interact with other members in the community. So if by understanding this here, as you guys who are building your community, you're going to understand how to have your community engage, right? And so, hey, Denise, welcome, welcome. So the key thing is what you're learning here, you're going to also apply to your actual community, okay? And so how do we get people to engage, right? How do we get people to actually comment more or make a post? And so just the first step here is when you come into the community, go ahead and click on the start here. And if you haven't uh, did answer these three questions, I would highly recommend you come back to this post and go and answer these three questions. It's going to help me help you guys. One, two, this is going to help people get to know you because the key thing about success is if they don't know you, they can't cash flow you. And so you're going to practice the ability, you're going to practice being known, not just in this room, but any room that you are in. Okay? It does multiple things. I give you some proof. If I didn't go and raise my hand inside of our DGC community calls, right? and I didn't ask a question or see how I can give value, would you guys know who I am? Or would you guys even care to join my community? Right? And that's because I was intentional about making sure I receive value so I could be able to come back and give value. And I was also, as I seen how I can give value, I would raise my hand and before I asked my question, go ahead and give value because I knew it would benefit somebody or all who may have seen the replay. And when you receive value and you give value, that's how you become valuable. And so as you coming in here learning from me, the goal is to go out there, not just a couple goals. And I'm gonna show you guys in here. The goal is for you to start to practice becoming valuable and giving value continuously, right? And so the more we give value, the more people want to get in and get more and receive value from us. Because every one of us has value to give, right? Especially if we're feeding our minds so we can feed our lives. So coming in here, and the first step, I need you to come and give value. Who are you? Where you're from? What type of business or idea you're building? And what's one goal you wanna have for the next 90? What is one goal you have for the next 90 days? That's all I want you to want you to comment here in this chat, right? What that does is gonna get people commenting on your post, and ultimately people are gonna start to know who you are. Okay, it's valuable when they know who you are, so that when you speak and you give value, people start to listen because they feel like they like, know, and trust you. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's the first step. Come in here, give value, boom, and then click, and then once you give value here, then go ahead and click on the school. And if you haven't started this, just come here and just check out the video. And you come in here and download this, the TE, with the background right here. So if you want to jump on the lives that we have and you want to represent TE while we doing live, that'd be great. So I wanted to, make sure y'all didn't feel like it's just me with the trillionaire elite because now you got the trillionaires. We're not average no more. When you enter here, average leaves the door. Elite is what lives here. And so this is what Trillion is about. We're not average, we're elite. Okay, because everything we do it at an elite level, right? Because once now it's time for you not now it's time for you not just to know people, but for people to know you and then what they know about you, like how they feel, what do they say about you. If I have a conversation about somebody that, oh, Basil, I know Basil. Oh, that man is off the chain. This brother, da 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 da. He was a barber and he was able to shift that thing into some daily income. What? Yeah, that's my guy, Basil. Just like when we talk about Daryl Hannah. Oh, that's my guy. You understand me? It's because why? He's known now, right? And to the point where they actually exchange dollars for his value, right? They said, I want access to what you have access to because that's my money is way less valuable than the access that you're about to give me when I give you this money. Does that make sense? And so, Denise, if you come on mute, that's fine. If you're not, just if you agree, yeah, it makes sense in the
Yep,
chat.
absolutely. I definitely agree, but I just want to correct you. My name is Basil.
Oh,
Yep.
see, I've been saying
Yeah,
Basil
yep.
for I don't know how long, brother.
Hey, we got you
Yeah,
always, but that's all good though, because most Jamaicans
Basil.
do say basil. Yep.
Oh, God. So Basil, my bad, Basil. We know each other for
No,
years. That's
you're good.
crazy.
You're good. You're
It's good.
good.
It's good for the recording. That's what's up. So Basil, man. So like I said, and it's crazy how when we do this, you're gonna start to see value in your life just off the rip. Okay. So come in here, we check out, we go and watch the video, and then like I said, we come back there and you make the comment. Come back here, you can make the comment, which is this is the post originally, right? And so I'm editing this post, but that's basically what I want to share with you guys. Then you come on step two, you make sure the notification set on this set because we're gonna get real spicy here, y'all. So those who tap in, tune in, and make sure the notifications is on. And here, my goal is to make sure that you guys win. All right. So the next step after we did this getting started, and we know we was able to complete those steps, we're gonna go into the classroom and the next importance is this side hustle cash flow. Now, I created this to help you guys understand the different things that we're doing. But this right here is called the 6 jar training. And it's very important that we go through this training right here, because in this training, you'll get to learn how to manage your money. Okay. It's very important. So imagine, and I shared inside this training exactly what it is, and I just showed you what bank I use because I actually implement that here. I also have a Chime account, so I'm about to upload the training for that. And so every bank account, and then I also got new Novo. I'm gonna do a training for my business, for the business bank account. But they're using the same strategy of the six jar. Six jar training is a training that by a gentleman named T. Harv Eker. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's the gentleman responsible for the secrets of the millionaire mind. Okay. And I studied from that man when I was, I don't know, over 2 decades ago. I mean, learned about him and studied from him. But these six jars, and I'm gonna go click on it, right? And I'm gonna show you this is a six jar calculator, okay? And this is the money management system broken down in the simplest form, okay? And this is calculated. So we got six jars, and in these jars, if you were to manage your money this way, you will see how much your money has been compounding, right? And I go deep in that training. But the six jars, necessity jar, long term for saves, for short for spending jars, a play account. How many of you guys ever had a play account where the purpose of that money is to blow it? Imagine that. Imagine you had an account that its only purpose is designed to blow it, to splurge on yourself, either every month or every 3 months. I'm telling you guys, when I use this account and I'm like, I gotta spend this money, I got to not I'll say no, I have to spend this money and only spend it on fancy dinners, spas, travel, whatever I want to do that would please that side of myself. Okay? Then the education job. Imagine you was able to say, okay, well, I need to make more money so I can feed and be able to. I want to go to this event, or I want to buy this course, and this and the third, but I can't because I got to make sure the money's up in here, right? Right. So now that's not the big pot. If I need to go to a course, event, and it's 2,500, I want to do VIP. I need that 2,500 gonna come out of here to do VIP. So I don't feel bad about spending this money because that money was designated for my education, right? Then we got the FF. This is our I call it the golden goose, right? The money here is never spent, only invested. Okay. So as you save money here, imagine you want to invest in mutual funds, real estate, affiliate marketing products, whatever. Once you made the investment and the profits come off that investment, those profits go back to pay back what you spent to get into that investment. Okay. So you put that money back in here. Okay. And then once you made the money back from the investment that it cost to get in there, you only spend the profits of that. You never spend the principal. How cool is that? So if it was $1,000 to go ahead and get something, and I made $1,010 back from that, I can then spend the $10 if I wanted to, but I never spend $1,000, right? But every 10% of what I make goes in here, and it continues to accumulate my golden goose. I never kill the golden goose. I just eat the eggs that the golden goose produce. Does that make sense? And that's cool with that. And then we got the gift jar. So you can give freely whatever you want and not feel no way about it. If I give $1 to somebody in the street, that comes out of my gift jar. If I, tithe, it come out of my gift jar. Right? And so I go over detail in that training how to break this down and how to take your income, put it in here. If you made 1,000 for the week and you press to calculate, it breaks it up in the jars for you. So all you're doing is open an account, send it over to the proper accounts. Okay. Now imagine, and now mind you, if you start with $1, it doesn't even matter. That's why I love this thing so much because when I was broke, I did this. Okay. Start with $1. It'll tell you exactly how much to put in each jar. How cool is that? Right? So there's no excuses as to why you can't do this habit. Because once whatever you have in the habit is what you have. If it's not a habit, you don't have it. So it's not about the dollar amount, it's about the habit that we are going to create for taking simple things. And like I said, the goal, you could just start this process with $1. And every week you take $1 out and do this process. Or if you want to do it, you could do it weekly, you could do it bi-weekly, you could do it every month. However you choose to do it, just be consistent in the doing. What determines that is if you work a job, every 2 weeks, this is what we're doing. Every week, this is what we're doing. From our check, you could take 10% from the check and then put that 10% here and break it down into jars if you want to do it like that. But the ultimate goal is to put the entire check inside your pay yourself first jar, and then take 50. Now you're living. Now your cost of living is 55%. When you're able to live off of your, if when you're able to only spend 55% of your income for your living, ooh, the money is off the chain. Okay, your income is so good that you don't even need the whole income to live off it. You only need to live 55% off your income, right? And the rest goes, where you need to be. Okay. And so that's why it's important to go ahead and watch this training because I do a deep dive. I be showing how to open up the account, how to actually use the account, how to create these actual jars. And then so it's so cool because now I have the first jar I have is pay myself. It's called pay yourself first, right? That's the pay yourself first jar. I'll take 10% of my income, put it in my pay yourself first jar, and then I break that. I take that number and I break it down into those different jars. It's so cool because that habit and I tell people I use this account because this account has a 4.3 ARP, and that pays out dividends every month. So imagine that you're stacking your money in here and you're splitting up into jars. These are all savings accounts, but it's the whole accumulation of the whole jar, or aka the whole savings that you're getting paid the 4.3% off of, right? But they're separate and they're in separate accounts doing separate things. But overall, your savings account, look like it got all this money in it. Any questions so far about what I'm sharing or comments? So this is
You're a
what I
smart
would.
dude.
Hey, listen, brother. I learned. Listen, this is what I'm saying. I continue to feed my mind so I can feed my life. All I did was learn from T. Harv Eker and applied what he told me to do. And this is why is that you're a smart dude for being in this room. Another thing you want to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is that it pays to pay to be in the right rooms, right? And I love paying to be in rooms because that means there's a whole bunch of people that didn't pay. And so that means the people in the room are high quality people and their mindset's in the right place because they also paid to be in that room. So I mean the network is going to be much stronger. And we're in a room of buyers. Hello. Because everyone that's in that room had to buy access to that room. So just understand this is pretty fire stuff. I just want you to know. So if you haven't gotten to the side hustle and you got here, cool. You come in here, you check it out, and you'll see what the value is in here. I also have a ride share company that I show people actually how they can make money. Imagine you got paid for every ride that a driver took on that platform. Imagine you got paid every time your friend that took a ride on Uber, you got paid every time you took a ride. Imagine you told your friend who drove for Uber, and every time that person took a ride on Uber, you got paid. That's why I'm talking about side hustle. These are incomes that will come without you having to think about it. So I just put that in there so you guys can see the potential of a Rashi company that's actually paying people for helping people get on this platform. Okay. And so we have people that are making that little income just referring people to a ride share company that is taking rides and giving rides. It's amazing. So in these side hustles, I put different side hustles that you can do that will allow you to make some side hustle money while you're building whatever your business product or service are. And I'll continue to add to that um, over and over again. All right. So you got the start here, you got the side hustles. So if you didn't do that training, matter of fact, when you do that training, right, I'm gonna put a post in here in the bottom. Not there. I'm gonna put the post in the bottom here that so you can comment done, right? So a comment done on the training. So when you guys come in the next orientation, it should be here in the bottom that says uh, if you completed this training, comment done, something to that effect. So that every training here you complete your comment done, and then we can keep a tally. And once again, that's another way for you guys to get points because you're doing what? You're commenting, you're engaging. And so I want to make these modules to where you guys are engaging on a consistent basis because what happens to you will start to happen for you. What I mean, for some of you guys are here looking to create your communities, right? And so what's going to happen to you is going to happen for you, and you can take these same strategies and put them inside your communities as well, right? Because everybody here should, at one time or another, have their community. Because, like I said, we all have value to give, and people are waiting for you to create your community, your community, so they can value, they can get the value from you that you have to offer. Like I can't wait till you and you may not you may not want to do this, but our barber community talking about life behind the chair or life after the chair, something like that, Basil. You can be helping people understand what it takes to get in the game, what would maintain what you're doing to maintain the game, and then what you do after the game is after you retire from the game. Or it could be a whole community of retired barbers who now have uh, learned how to actually, um, create a side, create an income after the chair. You know what I'm saying? And you can, so but anyway, like I love talking about stuff like that and brainstorming, right? But and no, what we say we don't want to do is what is going to make us, it's going to be able to we're going to become the most valuable in. Like me, I didn't want to do uh anything about network marketing, but I realized I know that lane so well that I can help. I can really help us really win in that situation. So that's why I started to not fight it no more, but feed it. All right, so we got to start here. We got the cash flow side hustle. Then we got the feed your mind, feed your life vault. This, as you guys may know, right? You'll come in here and you'll go ahead and click on the first post, and then you'll watch this video because this video tells you exactly what this whole feed your mind, feed your life wins a section is that it's all about. Okay, if you haven't watched the video, go ahead and watch this video, and also you can watch this video as well. But when you watch this video, you're gonna understand how. Once again, as you start to comment, like after you watch this video, just comment, I'm done, or you can comment what you liked about the video. Either way, right? But after you do that, here's the actual classroom. So feed your mind, feed your life, and then we have the episodes. And here how this works. Every time we have an episode that we like, or just the episode, every time I put an episode here, I'm gonna let you know what whose channel it is or who's the person that we're talking about. So if you want to learn more about Myron Gold or listen to more Myron Gold inspired feed your mind, is right here, right? David Goggins, Napoleon Hill. We're gonna continue to build this vault out, okay? Of things you can feed your mind. But also, I highly encourage you guys to come in here or come to the community and go into the tab, right? And just see what's going on here. Or I need you, if you once you feed your mind, is to come out here and make your post and then put it in the feed your mind. Because I would love, yes. What's that? Boss? What's that? What's that? Boss moves. Yeah, boss moves. So see, this is what I'm saying. You can come and make a post about that, what you learn from that, and then we can put that as value inside the community. So that's what I'm saying. I need you guys to also contribute to the feed your mind, feed your life. Because as you feed your mind, I need you to come here and feed our lives, right? Once again, I'm showing you guys how to become valuable to a marketplace. And starting here would be a perfect place to start because you just have to see what we say, how we respond to it. And then you can take that bad boy, put on your social medias, right? And let them know, like, hey guys, this is what I learned from today's video. I was reading this book here and I found three things that stuck out to me really strongly. So I just want to share that with y'all. Do you know how valuable that is for somebody who don't know that the book exists? And then I'm gonna show you how to actually go into Amazon or find out if they got an affiliate link and then put their link and say, listen, if you want to get the book, go ahead and grab the book right here. And that link is your link. So now you post on your social media, you may have made a YouTube video about that, and just reviewing the book, and then you get your affiliate link, and I'll show you that in another training, how to get your affiliate links and put those things in your post. And if they like it, because you presented it, you showed them that, you gave your perspective on the book, right? They clicking your link and they get now you're making some money and you didn't even like you forgot about it, right? But because you did that post 4 years ago or 2 years ago or 3 months ago, and it's still getting people getting clicked on it. Okay. So please come in here and share your value once you receive value. Come in here and share your value. Right. And so here's the strategy. Like I do this, I put it here for you guys, but this is my strategy that I do. I would go on YouTube and I would just like, if you like a certain talker, or a certain, no matter what it's about, I'll go on YouTube and it's funny because your YouTube will start to tell you what you feed your mind on every day, right? So I'll go to YouTube and I'll type in um, motivational speeches, right? Start off with that. motivational speeches, and then I'll just look at what's going on. I see what's going on. I would, all right, how long it take for you to stay alive, and I'll look at whatever title hits my mind. I'm gonna take it. All right, so whatever, okay, and then I'll take this, and then I'll take the title of it, right? And that'll be my title of my actual post, and then I'll go and listen to this thing right quick, and I'll start to feed my mind on it. What I normally do, I just listen to it, right? And if something sticks out to me, I'm pausing it and I'm writing it down so I catch the energy of it right then and there. Right? I pause it, I get to my notes, write it down. That's how I get to my points. Listen to it again, just listening to it, receiving it. Feel something again, I pause, write it down. So by the end of the video, I know exactly what I'm talking about when I come back to share it. Does that make sense? And so I can do motivational speeches. I can do, you know, uh, how to how to's, how to speeches, right? How to speeches, right? And just like, right? The 3, 2, 1 speaking trick that forces you to stop rambling. Oh, I want to know what that is. Click, right? Whatever speech that it is, I want to just 4 tips to improve your public speaking. Da da da. Okay, how to start the speech, and whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? How to whatever, right? How to, and just kind of just go through. Or if it's somebody I like, right? And I'll check their interview out, right? If I want to check out an interview, I'll say um, Tony Robbins interviews, right? And then I'll see interviews, right? Now all these interviews is content, y'all. I can get a bunch of tips from this interview, and then I share the interview and its value. Oh, come on, right? Then I can do um documentaries. I can say um top income earner. Oh, my thing got no room up here. Let me close some of this stuff down. All right, boom. Let me close that one down too. So I got to get some more room on my computer count. That thing be going crazy. All right, and so you get my drift, right? So if I want to do documentaries, I can type in documentaries. Um, let me see here. Let me chop this down. I'll chop it down too. So documentaries. All right. I could just type the keyword in. So here we go. Documentary success, documentary travel, documentary interviews, real story documentaries, right? Oh, let's see what real stories is about. All right. Okay. 4 hours, 4 hour. Oh no, that's what you know. You get what I'm saying. Documentary success. Oh, dude, let me see it. Right. It could be all kinds of. So there we go. We got a bunch of documentaries. Look at this. Right? Whoever document you want to, Neiman Marcus, okay? There's lessons you can learn from somebody's successes. There's lessons you can learn from somebody's story. Does that make sense? So entrepreneur documentary, stuff like that. So we have tons of value that we can take and consume, right? So that's basically what I want to share with you on that tip. And so boom, let me see that kills it. So that's on my the Feed Your Mind, Feed Your Life Vault. Okay. Now, if you're a network marketer and you're watching this, then this is where we're going to dive in the network marketing one-on-ones. Then we go into network marketing domination lab to actually implement what we're learning here. Okay. We'll learn what to do and how to be successful there. And then for those who want to start to implement it, we'll implement it right here. Okay. That's what implementation at. And then also we have what we call execution corner. Okay. The execution corner where we take one day out the week and we'll go over like if we want to do our because sometimes we work better together, right? And so we'll be on here and say we want to execute a 7 day blueprint for posting on TikTok, right? And so we can come out together and we can start to work on it here in the execution corner, live on Zoom on that day, and then we'll start to implement it. So our goal is if I need to create 3 pieces of content for 7 days, I can batch it here. I'm gonna get my my storyline set up, everything I need to do. And if you want to shoot it, you can shoot it, or but at least you got the blueprint here. And now you know what to work. After you got your blueprint here, now you know we executed on getting our 3 day of content batched out, right? And we can feed off each other and say, okay, well, this helped me, X, Y, Z. So this is the execution corner where we eliminate excuses and we just execute here, right? Nothing else but execution on this day so that we actually got the week lined up to actually implement what we executed on, right? We execute on the task that we had in front of us. We execute on our goals and we do it week by week, okay? And so that's basically what execution corner is. And of course, those who's in actually watching this, and you are part of the 1 day class, this is the 1 day master class coming up this Sunday. It is going to be off the chain. You guys are going to learn so much about brand building, imagery, how to duplicate. If you create a banner, I mean, how to duplicate that across all persons chat GPT. You know how you somebody creates something and you're like, damn, that's awesome. And then they send you the prompt and you go to create it and it's nothing like they did, right? You're like, but I did everything you just did, but it didn't work. And there's a reason why it didn't work. You're gonna learn exactly why it didn't work and how to make it work every time. No matter who chat GPT is being used in, it's gonna give you the exact same thing that you saw on someone else's chat GPT. It's gonna give it to you as well. So that is a skill set by itself, right? Because and then I'm gonna teach you guys how to sell your chat GPTs that keep those type of instructions and prompts so that if somebody wants to use your style, your this, your that, you can sell that chat GPT and they can get the same or similar results that you told them they can get. It's so cool when you can do that. And since I help network marketers, there's a bunch of rank banners, recognition banners, right? And you know, if this team has this rank banner and it looks good, but you try to send them the same prompt so they can do it for their team members, it's not gonna look like it's supposed to look. But with my prompts and my directions that I teach, I don't care if I send it to you and now you got it for your team. It's gonna build the same thing with their picture. It's gonna change the way they look in that picture. How many of you guys upload stuff in chat in the images and they altered it? They change it. It doesn't stay the same, exactly the same. That won't be a problem anymore. You would know exactly how to keep the images intact like it never got altered, like it never was entered into ChatGPT. It's pretty cool stuff, right? So that's going to be there. The replay is going to be there. And then this is the AI automation domination, y'all. And this is where we get to implement all of the AI strategies that I teach. I show you how to create AI agents, show you how to create twin agents, show you how to actually have a system to where when they go into your capture page, it follows up, it sends a text to them, make sure they saw what they opted in for, and then if they want to book a call, it'll book a call for them. It even asks questions, right? Like they can handle some Q&A work for you guys, right? So you can upload the database with Q&A question that you'll know as you start to do your thing. This common question that people ask you all the time, and so instead of you have to keep repeating yourself, you say, talk to my agent Basil. You can name it Basil, you can name it whoever, right? And they'll be able to answer your question. And then after they answer your questions, you can even have it to say, would you like me to schedule a call with Basil? Or would you like me to give you a step-by-step on how to get started? It can actually give that person a step-by-step to actually get started with it. It don't even need you to help them get started in whatever product service you're offering. Okay. Not only that, I'm gonna teach you how to do AI music. How would you like to have your own anthem for your song for your business product or service, right? That talks about what you offer. How about that? Called the 2 hour work week, right? Imagine you can have the 2 hour work week song and it plays before you go live, after you go live, right? You can make reels of now you're making reels with the 2 hour work week song playing over your reels, meaning you can be showing proof in the testimonial proofs, and you can make the song, XYZ 2 hour work week, blah 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 blah. How cool is that? different. Nobody's doing that in this industry. Okay. So you'll be able to have your own branded AI song that sounds so good that people want to actually listen to it. Not just listen to it because it's on social media, but listen to it because the song is actually hot and they just want to play it because it sounds good. I'm going to show you guys that on the masterclass. Like what you guys are going to see a snippet of that on the masterclass, how that works and stuff like that. As well as you're going to see I make funny commercials that convert into sales. How about that? You can make your own AI twin and then make a commercial that sells your business product. It's gonna be exciting, okay? And so we have so right now these kind of calls right here will be in the replay vault. This is all these calls that we have are gonna be in the replay vault for things that's not a part of the paid side, okay? And of course, you go those of you guys that's in Legacy Builder or DGC, y'all know what these are. But those who are watching this, that is a network marketer. These are different ways to help you brand your business. Okay. 3 ways to grow your list, boost visibility, and turn followers into paid customers. It's pretty cool what we get to do here. I'll be doing other calls, kind of break them down so you guys can see what's really going on. And for those who are network marketing and want to build some cash flow, hey Christina, this is the cash flow because we don't have a problem actually making money or building residual income. We have a cash flow problem. See, if we had cash flow, then we would feel more comfortable to build our businesses without having to worry about paying bills, right? Because we're building our business with the hopes of we make enough money so we can take the money from that business and pay bills or, just live life, right? And the issue is with business, most times for a successful business to be successful, it needs to take the profits and reinvest back into the business, right? That's how the big boys is winning because they said Amazon said it, he said the reason why I was able to win and dominate was because I took all my profits and reinvest. And most people can't do that. I said, wow. Because he was able to condense time frame and get to his billions and trillions faster by taking the profits and reinvesting it right back into the business to grow the business. And then when it got to a point where it was self-sustaining and it had life of its own, then he took a pay cut or then he took a paycheck. Imagine you was able to take the education from Legacy Builder, build cash flow, 100% commission, build cash flow, and then using that money to build your business. And then when your business start making money, take all the money, reinvest it back into the business because you don't need that money to live, right? You created a cash flowing system for yourself to help you not only build your business, but then understand the principles of successful businesses that take the profits and reinvest to compound faster, to get to the wealth of that business faster. And that's what we're going to learn here. That's what is so important to understand that mindset and that framework because the big boys know it. And we're saying, well, they could do that because they had money. Uh-uh. No, no. They had to have the mindset first before they even had the money. Because how many of us had money? We may have ran through millions of dollars, but guess what? We like, where did that money go? What I know I just where did that money go? Because the mind was not set on wealth building. The mind wasn't set on this is a necessity. This is part of my must mission to reinvest into my business, right? Instead of saying what's coming, what I gotta pay these bills. I gotta pay monthly. It's a business. The cool thing about the business, you get to pay monthly to operate a business. Now, how much you're paying, I mean, in network marketing, is peanuts compared to what it costs to open up and operate in a business that can pay you. See, the cool thing about businesses is that whatever it costs for you to run it, the opportunity to make 10, 20, 100 times more than what you pay is available. Now, in a job, and I love jobs because it sets the foundation, it sets the habit, right? And here's the habit it allows me to do something consistently over and over and then again to warrant me a check. That's all it does, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. So people saying, well, I go to work because they pay me. No, 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 no. You pay you. And you know how you pay you? By doing the activity that they paid you to do. If you went to that job and did nothing that they asked you they paid you for, how long would you be at that job? They paid you to go in and open up envelopes, but you over there in the dining room cooking food. They're like, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing over there? I pay you to do the mail room. Why are you trying to make food in the kitchen with your kitchen buddies, right? You're gonna get fired. And so we guarantee our paycheck by doing the work required to guarantee a paycheck. And guess what? We also do subconsciously. We expect to get paid, right? We get what we expect. So when we go to a job, we say, if I do what you asked me to do, then I expect to get paid. And that's why you get paid because you do the work and then you expect to get paid from the work you've done. Does that make sense, y'all? So that same mindset, we need to bring it to our business. Okay. And when we don't have the cash flow problem, then we can think and do for our business what other people are doing for their business. Does that make sense? So I hope you get what I'm saying. So the Legacy Builder program is important to leverage you up, leverage you up to learn skill sets that's going to allow you to build cash flow. And the cool thing about this program is that we get paid 100% of the commissions, right? And what we're selling is the ability to help people understand how to market effectively on social media and other different platforms. So education is necessary. And in the elite marketing domination, this is where we go to implement what we learned in network marketing. I mean, sorry, in the legacy builder. So you see, I got a flowing thing. You learn here, you implement here, right? You learn here, you implement here, right? You learn here, you implement here. So that's where I structured it because at the end of the day, sometimes we need that support. Sometimes we need some clarity from the information that we learned in one place. And that's where we get to get clarity at. So once a week, I'll be doing these calls in those communities, or in those classrooms, excuse me, so we can implement. So I say I learned how to do this right here in Lexi Builder, but how do I implement it for my business product and service? That's in elite marketing domination. When we take what we learned in network legacy builder, and then we learn how to implement it for our business product and services in elite marketing domination. Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions so far for me? Did I freeze? Yeah.
You did not freeze.
Okay. Okay. Good.
We good.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So you guys are picking up what I'm putting down?
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. And then this right here is school. So I created this school for network marketers because after I teach them how to market and now they know what they're doing and now they actually implementing these strategies, now I teach them how to create their own school for their business product or service. And if you're an entrepreneur, the same thing lies. What I mean when I say that, for instance, say if I'm a network marketer and I'm selling health and wellness products, right? I can create a school around that health and wellness product, okay? And then inside my community, because think about it, it's people that's not in network marketing that will buy my services, buy my product. So when I create a school around that product, if especially if I'm passionate about it, and I'm gonna call it, health is your wealth, inside and out, whatever. That's the community where we go in there and we learn how to take our product or service and actually make it a school, right? So we got the product side, and then we got the reseller side, right? So we inside the community, we're gonna talk about the products and this and third, and you can get crazy because you can make a classroom and just talk about that one product all day long in that classroom, right? Then the next product you can make another classroom, right? And talk about and that's the classroom, all the tabs. You can make a classroom, or uh, you can make it a tab. You can call it, skincare wins, and then you can make the next one weight loss wins, and then you know what I mean. You can categorize it like that, right? The same thing with services. If I'm selling travel, I can say discount, saving discount wins, and then travel lifestyle wins, and then commission wins, right? So you can segment that and then put all of the wins and stuff like that in there. It's pretty cool when you start to really understand how you can create your schools, not just off of like a mission, but product based or service based. Because how many people in school community may want to lose weight, but don't know your product exists. But now you get to make your product exist to the community, right? Of schoolers. Does that make sense?
I have a question.
Yes. I love
So
questions.
so I've got my own community as
Yep.
well. So you're saying under the tabs, like where your introductions are and general discussion, I can put like because I have health and wealth and I have books that I sell and I can put those under those tabs and literally just keep those conversations under each of those tabs.
Bingo. And now you're building up a vault of
Aw,
you see how cool that is? How cool that is? So
gosh, I didn't think of that.
so I'll give you an example. So I made the tab Feed Your Mind, Feed Your Life tab, right? So everything under here is all about Feed Your Mind, Feed Your Life so that they won't get confused. All these videos here. But then I took it to the next level. And I said, let me make a classroom. And so I made the Feed Your Mind, Feed Your Life vault classroom. And now I even made it even more organized. So now if I everything that I talk about with Myron Golden, I call them episodes, right? And so those same posts, I just put it inside of the Myron Golden episodes. So if I do a Reverend Ike, I did two posts, but guess what? I made it a part of his episode. So now if they see the tabs, cool, but they can come into that product community classroom and get right. You can do testimonials here. You can do um 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 Q&A about the product. So one could be testimonials, one could be Q&As about the product, one can be best practices, right? And that's the classroom, right? But the tab is where you keep everything aligned with that particular product. Does that make sense?
Yeah. How did you get your um like when you created the module in there, how did you get your, because I've got tips that I do every month and it just kind of goes off like Christmas was about marketing stuff. And then this month is just kind of like just little bits of just little, it's called Minute to Win It, Small Actions, Big Impact. And I'm
Perfect.
posting them in my module, but I'm also posting them on just general. How do I get those posts in there? Because I seen that you had your posts that you had on your main screen in your module as well.
Yep. So let me show you how that works. So let's just say, so you know how to create a post right here, right? And then you choose which category you will put it in.
Yes.
You know- so you say you're making. So give me a product that you focus that one of your products.
Oh, I my books.
Okay. So your books, right? So what's like? Give me like what category you made it. What do you call
It's
that cat?
what do I call that category? I totally forgot what I named it.
It's cool.
I did. I really did. Um, it is, sorry. It is called the the Power Hub.
Okay, cool. So now you made the category, right? Like the Power Hub, right? Power Hub.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Power Hub, just the example, right? You went to all members, you can do that, right? So you can get them in there, all members default, right? Boom. You do that monthly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can sort by monthly, whatever can it be, but I just keep it default, right? And you click add,
Correct.
right? Add the Power Hub. So now it's there, right? Boom. So now I'll create a post, right? And I'll say Power Hub, right? So I just say Power Hub, right? And then you'll put whatever you want to put in here. Yes, 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 right? You connect it to the Power Hub. Let me see. Oh, let me refresh because I didn't refresh it. But let's just cancel that. Boom. Let me refresh my classroom. All right. Boom. So now we do Power Hub. All right. Boom. Yes, yes, yes. I like saying that a lot. I don't know why I do that. I always say things that I do it in threes. I do it in threes all the time. Power Hub. Boom. Now I post it, right? Boom. Now you post it. So now that you posted it, you can click on these three dots, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me show you how it would look. It gives you that. Let's say it right here, right? It's Power Hub. You click on the post, and then you click on these three dots right here, and
Mhm.
then it says Pin to Course Page. Yeah. So
Mhm.
now to make it easy for you to follow it, I like to name it. So that's why I started to name mine by the name of the people so I can eat it. So say Power Hub was in Myron Golden. I'll type in Myron, and then it pulls up the actual situation. And then if I press that, it now puts that bad boy inside of your actual classroom right here.
All right.
It's cold blooded, huh?
Nice. Oh my goodness. I was trying to figure that out today. I'm like, I'm posting this here and I'm posting this here. How can I get these in here so I'm not double timing it? Because that's what I've been doing. Posting there, going back in, typing everything that I had there, copy and paste. So it's,
Oh yeah, no, heck
yeah,
no.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, everybody's doing this, how to do it. So that's power right there.
yep,
Awesome.
it's superpower. It's a power hub with power,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's basically what that and that's why I'm saying these classrooms that we talk about, the execution classroom, this is where we get those type of information from, where we can go deep dive and I can help you guys individually level up your situation, right? That's what I'm saying. So and that's why I do a special thing so you guys can be a part of the paid side of it so you can guys get this type of access to me to train and help you guys individually. I love doing that type of stuff. Does that make sense? Because
Awesome.
as I learn stuff, I can teach it as well. I love teaching stuff. Basil will know. So, but that's basically what these rooms are for. And when you upgrade, you get access to all the rooms where I implement stuff, right? So they'll get access to the elite domination room, the AI domination room, and the network marketing domination room. You guys pop your head in there, you can watch whatever. And what's so cool about that is and of course you get access to the execution corner to attend those live with me. Okay. What's cool about these execution rooms or these rooms is that you can learn something from every situation. I told them, take the meat and spit out the bones, right? So to help apply it, whatever those are, you may not be in network marketing, but it may be some strategies that I teach in there that you can take and add it to your business. Does that make sense? And so that's why it's important to get in those rooms and stay in the rooms. This is my version of getting in the room, right? Because people that pay, they pay attention, but also people get access. They get access to things that no one would get access. I'm gonna keep feeding the community, right? But this is where we get to execute what you're learning. You're gonna learn here for free. All this stuff you're gonna learn, well, it's not for free, but you get what I'm saying. Either free or very low ticket, right? But to execute what you learn, it lives in these rooms. Okay, that makes sense. So, and then the last deal is it's called my deal room. It don't unlock until level 9 anyway. So that's for a reason. This is the things that I like and I recommend that works for me. Either one of my network marketing businesses, that's where I live and teach on that stuff at. But they don't get unlocked until level 9. So the activity has to happen in order to get access to this room, to get the strategy that I do for my team. I teach them certain things, and I literally have a duplicatable system that allows them to duplicate my success. I don't care how new you are. I teach from a place of you need systems and automation because at the end of the day, before they know you and can cash flow you, they want to know how they can win what you got to offer, right? And so they don't need to know who you are to know that this program benefits and it can make them win, can take them somewhere, right? I teach people how to do offline marketing. And offline marketing is so cool because it has no personality trait, meaning any and everyone can pass out a flyer, put up a sticky note, put up a bandit sign, and get results. Meaning people getting on your list because they don't care who you are, they care what information is on the actual advertisement. If y'all don't think that works, have you ever been in a town that you don't know and the restaurant says two for one? Da 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 da. You don't know that place. You've never been to that town and you've never been to that restaurant. But their offline marketing advertisement got you to pull over from a cold lead that don't know this store, don't know if it even tastes good, right? But the offer got you to pull over to see what they got to offer. All I saw was 2 for 1 on a chicken breast dinner. What that mean? All right? Am I wrong? So this is what I'm saying when I say duplication works offline so wild because it takes somebody who's maybe a novice but has a work ethic. Okay, you don't have to know it all to get it all. That's one. And two, you ain't got to be the greatest to get great results. You just got to be able to do the work. And anybody who work the job know what it is to do the work. Okay, right? And so that's we're not strangers to that. But we teach you how to market offline to bring people back online so that you can dominate in your marketplace. That's what we teach and we be teaching here. How to go offline, to go back online, build a list, cultivate a list, and then convert that list. And that's the key. So that's what wraps up this orientation. I'm gonna try to do this either every week or every 2 weeks, depending on what it is. But I just want to give you guys an update of understanding of what to expect here and how this all works. And so if you got on late or you missed the replay will be up. I'll have the replay up. But any questions right now about anything you guys want to share? Like I said, what made you guys join the Trillionaire Elite, stuff like that?
Well, I just want to thank you. I joined because I liked your passion and the community when that come about. So it's like, okay, I got to be part of that because I'm a sponge. I like to learn and I like to put it out there. So I'm still learning to get those numbers in my account, but I've grown. So that's that's as good as money. But it's not paying my
Yes.
bills, but it's as good as money because I'll get there.
Yes, exactly.
So,
That's the key. Yep.
yeah.
I love that. I love that.
I
And
came
you
on because I like, know, and trust you.
there we go, man. That like, no, and trust
Yes,
factor, baby.
sir.
It
Yes,
works
sir.
every time. I love that, man. I
Yes,
appreciate to
sir.
have
Gonna
you
be
here,
dragging
man.
that coattail. You're gonna be dragging me, bro.
Hey, listen, that's why I got the Neo coattail. So it's long enough to take us all along with each other. That good trench coat, right? Another thing I want to kind of share is this ring the register. Okay. I created the tab ring the register because I used to have a store on the mall, right? About 2004. And the mindset of anybody who has a store, we're not worrying about if we ring in the register today. We like it's gonna get run today, just how much is coming in today, right? So it's crazy because we get what we expect. Think about that. Every store in the mall makes some type of money every day. Does that make sense? It may be a slow day, but it's not a day where they ain't making no money, right? Uh, and so that concept happened to me because I'm like, imagine us ringing the register every day in our business online. And the cool thing when I had my store in the mall, I only was able to get paid between 9 and 9. Isn't that crazy? Every store in the mall paid thousands of dollars a month to get paid between 9 and 9. That's wild. And this is before we had websites where people actually was actually going to the website. Because if let me ask you a question. Would you rather go to the store or go to the website if you know the store is down the block? The store, right? So, uh, uh, and this is back in 2004, so I know. And so, because you want to, and we go to the store for convenience, meaning if I buy it, I want it today. Me, I'm a type of person that I don't want to wait. I don't like waiting at all, for real, for real. Especially if I want something, I'm gonna go get it today. And so that's why I love the community about going to a store because I can go get it the same day. I ain't got to worry about shipping. I ain't got to worry about delays. I got it. And so I say all that to say we're gonna build a culture here to where ringing the register here is the new norm. It's so normal. Like it's like now it's like, well, how much do we ring today? Right? That's the culture that's going to be here where ring the register is going to be so valuable, right? So that your income starts to become a normal thing for you where it doesn't like it's just what it is. It's now become your new norm. And so that's the register. Um Anything win. This is the win that had nothing to do with financial anything, right? This is just I woke up today and I'm grateful for, you know, being able to wake up and experience new life, right? I learned something today that was pretty dope. This is the anything when we come in and just talk about anything that you feel is a win for you, because not enough of that is being talked about uh, on these calls or on these trainings. It's all about, which is great, keep your metrics and win. But how about I woke up today and I still got great health, or I woke up today and I decided to eat an apple today instead of eating a cheeseburger, right? That's why I posted my win, and I called it now. This is the accountability wins, right? It's also called I did it. This is where I set out to do something and I did it. That's why I said today I chose me, right? Now I'm posting food, but it's posting food with a purpose. Yeah. Now this is Waffle House, right? But it's the best version of Waffle House for me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no waffle on the plate. Ain't no bread on the plate, right? It's just eggs, a burger with no bun, and some chicken, right? Because I'm diabetic, type 2. And I'm going to be reducing that. But I had to make a choice. Do I want to get the waffle that I know is going to taste delicious? Actually, peanut butter waffle to be exact. That's my thing. Peanut butter waffle with peanut butter chips on that bad boy, right? Or am I going to say, you know what? I choose me today, right? I get to increase my health, and then now And so everything I count, everything I do, we're posting food with a purpose, is what I'm saying, guys. Whatever we do, we're posting it with a purpose, and there's a reason behind it. Okay. And what helped me get there, right, was this right here. What helped me make that decision was feed your mind was my guy David Goggins, right? When I heard this and he talked about like Maria said, whoa, this is powerful. When I listen to this, I was like, ain't no way. No, no, sir. And so I feed my mind on this on a constant basis to keep me aligned with my mission of the better version of me. The trillionaire version of me is waiting for me. The whatever version of you is waiting for you. And it's like, yo, I've been waiting for you. Come on, man. It's like the millionaire version of you has been waiting on you, Basil. The millionaire version of you, Christina, has been waiting on you, right? And then what I asked myself, what would a millionaire version of me do right now? Would they be eating this? Would they be doing this? And I promise you, when you start to say that to yourself like that, you be like, nah, I ain't gonna be doing that. Then I don't do it, right? It helps me get to the XYZ version of me, whether it's the happier version of me, whether it's the, whatever it is for you, make that, put that down and make that ideal person for you and name that person. Or, would the ideal healthy version of Christina be going out here in the XYZ, right? Would the, you know, um, uh given person like whatever it is for you is what I'm trying to say. For me, it's trillionaire trills. That's me, right? So with the trillionaire version of me, and if you can see that version, it already exists. I promise you. If you say that to yourself and you see that person and you say, yeah, they won't be doing that because they're waiting on you. And I promise you, that you know what I mean? They're waiting on. Come on, hello, I'm waiting. This version of me is waiting. So when you ask that question, you're bringing me back to life to put me in front of you. Because guess what? The 45-year-old version of me already existed, but the 10-year-old version of me didn't know the 45 version of me. Does that make sense? But I'm 45 now, and then it says, what will you tell your 10-year-old self? It's gonna be all right. Everything you worried about before, it got you here, right? And so now I'm making a message to my trainer version of me. All right, Jeff, I did everything you told me to do. So when I see you and I meet you, I'm gonna say this is how fast it got because I kept seeing you in my mind. You helped me get to you, right? And when you do that and talk to yourself, oh my God, the best talk is self-talk. The best talk is self-talk. So I don't want to overcook your grits. We went over 11 minutes over over the time, but I hope you guys got value here. And when the replay comes out, please share what valuable nuggets you got from this, so that once again you can communicate and we can go ahead and get the ranking going. But more so, I really want to see if you guys got any value from this that you can share when the orientation video comes out. Okay. Like I always say, be great because you already are great. Any last thing you guys want to share before we end?
Question.
Yes, sir.
What's the premium?
All right, so I'm at the premium on so I'm still working on the premium. Um, and so what the premium is right now, $97 a month, right? And you get access to everything. So for 97 a month, you get access to all three execution rooms, okay? And that's just, it's beautiful, right? And so at the end of the day, that's basically what it is. So at the premium level, you get access to pretty much everything. The three execution rooms and the execution corner. Okay. The other ones are activity based or it just costs a product. But these three rooms, just if you're a legacy builder, you want to get in this room. Okay. Because now we get to put what you learn in legacy builder inside of elite domination, and we'll start to have our classes. Okay. So for 97 a month, you unlock that. You unlock the AI, which is going to be crazy, right? Because when I show you how to have automations and then have your phones, have your voice agents, and these are going to be coming out, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be like certain classes I'm going to unlock after 30 days, after 60 days, after 90 days, because I don't want to get you into this whole, oh, I want to do it all. You know what I'm saying? No, 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 no. We need to start you out. You know what I'm saying? Because we can get crazy. We can get like, oh, I want to do AI agents, and I want to. No, you got to start here first so that everything builds on each other. Does that make sense? We don't want you to get too crazy. And now you like, I'm over here doing this. And that's what happened in this world. You see all these AI stuff on social media, but it ain't paying them nothing. See, what I'm going to teach you is going to get you a check. What I'm teaching you guys in AI automation is designed to get you paid. It's designed to help your system flow better. It's designed to set you up so that you are winning in your activities. Does that make sense? So these are tools to build your businesses and also tools that could potentially make you money. Does that make sense? So if you can buy premium now, doesn't matter, but and then we're going to build out, right? But I might, if you're watching this right now, I'm going to do a special deal for those who are here building it with me. So um, if you buy it now, that's fine, and I just show y'all love in another way. But at the end of the day, I really am grateful for everyone that's here now before all this is built out. And so I love to get overgive. I like to. Would you say I kind of overgave on this call today? Did you think this orientation call was going to be what it was going to be?
Oh,
Oh,
more than what I thought it was gonna be.
yeah, it's got some good stuff. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I do that every time in every classroom, especially if you guys are paying, I'll make sure y'all slaying. Okay, with implementation. Let's slay with implementation, right? Because I need you guys to come back and say, first of all, testimonial one. Two, these are my results because I need you guys to ring the register. And you guys are part of the Trillionaire Elite. So what comes with that? Our Trillionaire Elite rings. I know somebody asked, but because you're part of Trillionaire Elite, when you hit certain income goals, you might get, well, no, might, you get rewarded with a championship ring to represent your success, which is also a marketing piece for you when you're out and about. You don't know how many people ask me how did I get this ring, and I get to tell them my business or this community, and then they bring them in this community, and every time they buy something with it, you get a check, right? So imagine that we got different versions. So we got smaller version for female, da da da. But just imagine you're able to rock your ring, okay, from Trillionaire Elite, where you're not average, you're elite from doing what you already was done to do anyway. Make it happen. Does that make sense? So that's basically what we got in store. Uh, I'll get this replay out. Like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys. And let me kind of, I guess, so let me bring it up closer now since I took it off of screen share. I know y'all like, I can't really say it. So this is how it's, yeah, exactly. I'm doing like the, what you call it, doing. So this is the ring. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty cool. And this one is, I made over 100,000 last year. So I got myself the 100,000, 100K ring, right? And so, we rocking it. So imagine you rocking your ring and like, what's this ring? And it's like, oh, 100K. What you do 100K? Oh, this, that, and the third. And you got your name on this, you got your last name on this side, and the year you achieved the goal, right? So it'll say your last name and the year you achieved the goal, right? How cool is that? And so, and then on the inside of the ring, it says, on the inside of the ring, it says educate, dominate, duplicate. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's like that thing you put on, and it's like the activity that got me this ring was I had to educate myself first, then dominate on the education that I received, and then duplicated my success. Does that make sense? So that's basically what's the whole situation behind training the elite, which is right here: educate, dominate, duplicate. Right. So that's what we do here. And so welcome to Trillionaire Elite, Trillionaires. I look forward to seeing your success. Be great because you're already great. I'll see you guys next live. Peace.